Hello everyone, welcome to Lukman IS. Today we are going to have the Hindu analysis of 22nd June 2020. So let us see which are the important articles that have appeared today in the Hindu newspaper. So for prelims examination and for mains examination we have divided them, and yes, very few articles today in the Hindu newspaper related to your examination. So let us see one by one, for first of all for mains examination, and then we will see for prelims examination. So first article on page number 6 of the Hindu, the editorial, fighting a double pandemic. Now here the article is talking about domestic violence, that in recent times we have seen the rise in cases of domestic violence. So what are the key points in this article is gender based and domestic violence during the lockdown period because of COVID-19 disease. So there is a surge in the cases. You can see the evidences or data here, the surging number of emergency calls to helplines with the rise of anything let's say between 25% and 300% dramatic increase in internet searches for support, or higher number of domestic homicides. So basically this suggests that yes, there is increase in the number of cases. At the same time, this recently there has been let's say data from the National Commission of Women suggesting that there is increase in number of cases of domestic violence. At the same time, let us try to understand what is the root cause here. Is that let's say the gender roles and harmful practices, including customs such as early and forced marriage, limiting women's access to health services. These are some practices. We know that the patriarchal society we have in India, specifically if you are talking about India. So the social practices, the position of women in our society is let's say compared to men is lower, and that's why because of such practices what happens is women are bearing the brunt of all these let's say lockdown period, whatever the anger that the male part is facing because of let's say unemployment, economic losses or employment loss. All these things are the frustration is let's say going to have at the home, and that too on the weaker let's say gender, not say weaker, let's say we can say placed at disadvantage in our society. Okay, so the article is completely talking about that the gender based violence in during the COVID times, and what is the solution that it is proposing. The two pronged solution it is talking about is, one is it is ensuring that victims of abuse are able to access the health care they need, including mental health care services, at the same time ensuring economic independence. So basically article is proposing that after COVID pandemic let's say unlock period, we can say that it is proposing that government should focus on giving more and more funds to MSME sector, which is giving priority for women employment or such self-help groups and all these things. So focus should be providing financial assistance, so that when the women become economically independent, then there are less chances, we can say, that there is domestic violence. So such kind of let's say inputs can be taken for your GS1 society part as well as essay part. Okay, so if the essay is on let's say women's role, or let's say the what you can say women's role in our society, at the same time the problems faced by women especially during the COVID pandemic, such kind of essay topic can be asked in your examination. Okay, so that's why you take these inputs for your essay also. Fine. The second article we can or the question can be framed like, violence in the home is one of the most pervasive human rights challenge of our time, discuss in the light of recent COVID-19 lockdown. So such kind of question or even the statement can be directly asked as an essay topic. So you can let's say write an essay also, briefly make the structure from this topic. The second article, it is again talking about India-China relations. Yes, we are having again follow up of India-China relations daily, and new aspects are emerging, and we are trying to let's say take inputs from those as our notes for our examination. So the article is talking about two front conundrum. Here two fronts, it is talking about India-Pakistan front and India-China front. Okay, so here the brief background it is giving about let's say 1962 war, 1971 India-Pakistan war, India-China war, 1962. So what it is talking about is that the mistake in 1962 is instructive today. See the subheading here, an obsession about Pakistan and a degree of complacency about China. Now, in explaining this statement, the article is explaining that with China, India has been, let's say, complacent about, let's say, front or let's say war. It always believed that China will not have any aggressive stance towards India or any, let's say, border conflict or let's say whatever the clashes in recent times we have seen. So even in 1962, let's say the build up to that war also, our Prime Minister Nehru as well as let's say Krishna Menon, they also believed that yes, China will not have any aggression towards India. At the same time, they believed that Pakistan is the real threat. Now, the same thing that the article is saying that we should not make similar mistake. Okay. At the same time, the whatever the 1962 war or whatever the beliefs PM Nehru had at that time, it changed during the 1971 time. How it changed? Because at that time our PM Indira Gandhi, though there was front or let's say war with India and Pakistan, between India and Pakistan. However, at the same time there was threat from China, and the PM let's say was let's say having idea about it, and therefore the peace treaty or treaty of peace, friendship and cooperation between government of India and USSR, the today's Russia, was signed between India and USSR, and that provided as a let's say obstacle for, or let's say as a barrier for China's aggression at that time, because yes, China may could have let's say took advantage at that time, or even could have supported Pakistan at that time in the war. Okay, so that is the difference at that time, 1962 war and 1971 war. So yes, we can understand that part also. At the same time, in conclusion, very good conclusion it is written in it can be used as a way forward also. While remaining clear eyed about Chinese intention, India must resist the temptation of remedy past errors by precipitate action. These need a long term vision executed with patience and perseverance. Okay, such kind of conclusion, let's say very good language is used in a concluding remark. Two front war, yes, two front war with let's say Pakistan and one with China, that you should know about. And at the second thing, it is talking about Wuhan spirit. So Wuhan spirit is nothing but the informal talks between the heads of two countries. First of all, first meet happened in Wuhan in 2018, and second meet at Mamallapuram in 2019. Okay. So yes, you can mention that in your answer, informal talks between the heads of countries. So the article is not that much useful for your GS purpose. However, those with PSIR optional subject, they can have more inputs from this article. Basically, the article is more and more talking about, let's say, PSIR perspective, political science and international relations, not of that much of international relation that is part of your GS2. Fine. So these inputs can be taken from the article. The third article, it is talking about the editorial again, the members as numbers. Again, we know that recently there was elections to members of Rajya Sabha, and the article is talking about that. So first half of the article is talking that yes, which are the numbers, the number of BJP and number of Congress party. So how the numbers change after these elections. Okay, and the second half of the article, or in the conclusion remarks, the article is specifically talking about that in the vast country or the diverse country as India, the deliberations are very critical, and it is, let's say, criticizing the present government who is bypassing the second house of the parliament, or let's say the House of Elders, Rajya Sabha. The example that is given, that the government has arbitrarily labeled bills as money bill to bypass scrutiny and passing by the Rajya Sabha. Basically, one of the important aspect of Rajya Sabha having the second house to the parliament is that there should be deliberations and discussions by the experts on particular issue, or let's say laws or bills introduced in the parliament, and that's why the passing or bypassing of this Rajya Sabha is not good for, let's say, a vibrant democracy. So we can take inputs from that part. So the prelims perspective articles, now this is important article appeared on the last page here. Even the golden langurs suffer forced abortion and infanticide. Now the article is, though it is talking about, let's say, abortion and infanticide, but it has important let's say information related to your prelims examination. What is that? The first paragraph it is talking about is it is endangered species. So IUCN Red Data Book mentions it as endangered species. At the same time, it is talking about habitat found only in Assam and parts of Bhutan. Found only in parts of Assam and parts of Bhutan. Okay, and the type of forest it is, let's say, having habitat semi evergreen forest and mixed deciduous forest. Okay, so yes, it is talking about the behavior that they have when they mate with each other and all these things, but that is not of our significance. What is significance whenever a species appearing in the article? First thing, its habitat. Second thing, whether it is let's say endangered, critically endangered, the IUCN status, and third thing is threats to that species. So what are the threats to this species? Threat, we can say that the habitat fragmentation. The article is mentioning that. The article is saying that yes, the habitat of this golden langur in Assam has been fragmented because of, let's say, deforestation or the infrastructure construction, infrastructure building in this area. At the same time, the electricity wires are killing these golden langurs. Okay, so this information is important for the species golden langur. Yes, such kind of question in prelims examination can appear. So be prepared for such kind of questions related to species. Okay. Now this article, additional funds sought for Jal Jeevan Mission. So yes, the Ministry of Jal Shakti is seeking more funds from the 15th Finance Commission on this particular Jal Jeevan Mission, and at the same time it has requested that the implementation or this devolution of fund should be in the hands of Jal Shakti Ministry, and it should be directly devolving fund to the panchayats, and panchayats should not be let's say having the authority over these funds. So why it is saying that, and what are the repercussions? That is not of our prelims perspective, that is for your mains examination. Like you can have the devolution of funds and even GS2 part. Okay, so such kind of schemes and examples can be written for your mains examination GS2 part. Okay, devolution of funds and the central sector schemes. At the same time, here you should understand that basic information about Jal Jeevan Mission. So what is this basic information here? We are seeking to have the tap connections. Every household should have functional tap connection by 2024. Okay, and the focus is on integrated demand and supply side management of water. Look at this at local level. Okay, this is important, and at local level every gram panchayat is supposed to have a village action plan, and according to that the funds will be devolved for each and every projects under that plan. Okay, and the mission is based on the community approach. Okay, so involvement of community and overall community approach, such kind of example can be mentioned whenever you have opportunity in mains examination. Now the funding pattern, this is important for prelims examination, 90:10 for Himalayan states and northeastern states, 50-50 funding pattern for your center and states, and 100% for union territories. Okay, so this much information is enough for that article. Now the captions and quotations from the editorial page. Violence in the home is one of the most pervasive human rights challenges of our time. Now this can be essay topic as well as you can write in essay related to women. uh, while remaining clear-eyed, now this is related to IR part or India-China or the two-front war it is talking about. While remaining clear-eyed about Chinese intentions, India must resist the temptation to remedy past errors by precipitate actions. These need a long-term vision executed with patience and perseverance. Now, this statement can be used as a conclusion or way forward. Okay, so such kind of captions, you have note of these captions so as to directly write in your answers. Fine. So this was today's The Hindu newspaper. So for further information related to editorial discussion classes, in which we have in-depth analysis for our mains examination, issues of related to your mains examination led by Ansari sir and team. So you can contact Lukman IAS. Thank you.